what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And today I'm going to be doing my WrestleMania 39 Night 1 predictions. So this is going to be a two-part video. I'm going to do two parts this year rather than doing, trying to do it all in one video. We're going to do Night 1. We're going to do Night 2 predictions. Just to make it easier and more balanced for the videos, and so both videos are not, so one full video is not an hour. So I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna go over the card, and then I'll do the second video, which you guys can also check out, and I'll link that up in the description for you guys to go check that out. All right, so this is Night 1. So you guys should know me by now that I personally wish they would just go back to one WrestleMania. It kind of devalues WrestleMania. I understand why they did it because of COVID. But now, like, we're at, we're not there anymore. So it's like, why don't we go back to the old ways of doing things? Hopefully they do that for WrestleMania 40. I do like that they're going back to the Roman numerals. Hopefully that's going to be a reoccurrence going forward, because I prefer the WrestleMania logos with the Roman numerals. They stopped at 30 for a stupid reason. So hopefully we'll get that back next year for WrestleMania 40. But anyways, so WrestleMania is going Hollywood. And it is Night 1 Saturday on April Fool's Day. So first and foremost, I would like to say that the way I'm going to format these matches are based on the way I think / the way I believe they should be. So it's a mixture of the way I think they will be booked, as well as a mixture of the way I think they should be booked in this order. So this is my order for the WrestleMania card, since really the majority of the Night 1 and Night 2 matches have been confirmed, but they haven't confirmed what the order is. They haven't confirmed who is main eventing Night 1 yet. We'll get to that in a second. But this is just how I think it's going to be. And so, yeah. Hopefully you guys agree or not. But anyway, so that doesn't matter, because this is a prediction video. So here we go. Let's start it off. So first and foremost, as I like to point out, The Miz is the host of WrestleMania this year. I don't understand why we need a host. I think this, I just don't understand the concept anymore. It's really kind of dumb. They did it kind of with The Rock a while back, WrestleMania 27. But it's not really needed anymore. They just kind of do it just to do it, I guess, so someone has something to do. But it's whatever. I'm not really a fan of The Miz, so whatever has it. But that's how they're doing this. So Miz is the host. Yay, whatever. Anyways, so let's get to the opening match for Night 1. So the opening match, I believe, for Night 1 will be Seth Freakin Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, I'm not really that enthused about Logan Paul's work. It's whatever. I know he's athletic. He did look pretty okay. And I am surprised that he's back this quickly, since, they originally said he had a torn ACL in the Saudi Arabia title match that he had. But I guess it wasn't as serious as they thought. So he will be wrestling Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. The story that they're telling basically is that Logan Paul is a wannabe and not actually should be in the sport that he is in, and because he's just a celebrity, and Seth Rollins thinks he's beneath him. I think this is a good story that they are telling because this is, to a certain extent, true. I don't think Logan Paul is, worthy of being in the same ring with Seth freaking Rollins. I don't think he should be in the same ring with them. He is a celebrity. He was just a YouTuber, social media guy or whatever, I guess, and influencer, if you will, boxer, like a gimmick boxer, basically. So I like the story they're telling. Hopefully they can deliver a good match. Logan did deliver a pretty good match with Roman Reigns and Saudi Arabia, so we'll see what happens. Logan hasn't really wrestled that much, so my opinion is still mute on him. I think he still needs to earn a lot to really kind of establish himself as I'm a wrestler now. I actually belong here, because I'm still in that stage where I just don't feel like he belongs there, even though I know he is trained and stuff like that. But I just don't get that vibe, that he should be there. So he's got to earn that, and hopefully, he can kind of show that here. I mean, this is on the grandest stage of them all, and you're going up against one of the best in Seth freaking Rollins. So here we go. My prediction here is that Seth freaking Rollins will win. And I think Logan will try to cheat or something, but Seth will come out the win with the curve stomp. And should be a good opening match. So, moving on to the next match, we have the match that I think is going to be a dumpster fire match. So we have Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I'm just like everybody else. I think this match is going to be horrible. If this match isn't more than 3 minutes of Brock Lesnar squashing Omos, then we're going to probably have an Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez situation, because I do not see how this match is going to be good. Omos is very limited in the ring skills, and I don't think it's going to be good going up against someone that's stiff like Brock Lesnar, who will go on your ass if you fuck up. Like, if Omos fucks up in any of the spots with Brock Lesnar is going to let him know about it with a receipt. Okay? I mean, that's how Brock is. I mean, you see what he did to Braun Strowman at the Rumble. He don't take that bullshit, and I mean, maybe they surprise me, but I just don't see it, man. I do not see it. Brock Lesnar easily wins this match. And again, hopefully it's a 3-minute match. I can't see this going any longer. If it drags any longer, it's gonna be another Giant Gonzalez Undertaker situation, I think. And that's not a good combination for anybody who hasn't seen that match. That is not going to be a good situation for anybody who hasn't seen that match. So I highly recommend this is the 3-minute match. So yeah, again, Brock Lesnar gets the win here. Next we have John Cena versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship. All right, so this match, look, here's the thing about Austin Theory. I just don't see it. Look, I know they're making it more serious, but I just don't see it. I just don't see. I mean, they killed his character when he lost the bank contract. When he lost the Money in the Bank, especially they made him look like a doofus because he cashed it in for the U.S. Championship when he should have been cashing in for the world title, which he would have lost to Roman Reigns. But again, he still made it stupid because again, this was Triple H's booking. This was Triple H's worst booking decision. And again, it's not that Theory lost the briefcase that people were pissed off about. People were pissed off about the fact that Austin Theory lost the cash-in for a U.S. championship match rather than a world title match, because the bank contract is supposed to be for a guaranteed world championship shot, not the mid-card title. And because of that backlash, Triple H decided to give Theory the U.S. title back. I think that was just incredibly stupid because, again, that's not what the fans were pissed about. They were just pissed that you just didn't have him lose to Roman Reigns in the cash-in, because now future Money in the Bank winners are now going to, now say, oh, well, he can cash it in against the mid-carders now. It's stupid. It's a fucking stupid decision. I know this is a match that Theory had been looking forward to. He actually dreamt of facing John Cena. But I just don't see it, man. To me, they should have brought Austin back to face John Cena. I mean, I think maybe Austin rejected the offer, but I would have had, you missed out on an opportunity to have Stone Cold versus Hulk Hogan. You missed out on that opportunity. You got Austin to come back last year. If you give him enough money, he'll come back for another WrestleMania. Have him go up against John Cena. That would make money. You have literally John Cena, who was the face of WWE for a long time, going up against Stone Cold, who was the face of the Attitude Era. I mean, come on. This is a dream match, and once again, WWE drops the ball again on these dream matches. They always seem to drop the ball on these dream matches, and when they do the dream matches, they always screw it up somehow. It's a miracle that the Rock-Hogan match wasn't screwed up, because it just seems like they always wait too late, or they just don't get it right when they do book it. So I'm hoping that, we don't have that many WrestleManias left of John Cena. So I'm really hoping that next year they can convince Austin to come back to go up against Cena, because that's the match that needs to happen. None of this Logan Paul, Cena bullshit. No. We need Austin Cena. That will make money. Okay? Anyways, not to mention they screwed up Undertaker and Cena too. That was another match they screwed up. Only a 5-minute match. And now we know that it was supposed to be a 30-minute match, or Undertaker wanted it to be a 30-minute match, and they, they ganged up on him not for it to be that. But, in terms of this match with Austin Theory, I'm going to surprise people. I think Austin Theory is going to lose here. And that might surprise people because, Cena's probably going to go back to Hollywood or something. But I think Cena might actually stick around for a little bit longer. I think he might actually stick around a little bit more. I think they're going to swerve people on this one. Austin Theory isn't ready. And I think the story that they're telling actually is going to indicate that. Theory is not ready. I mean, the dude last year lost to Pat McAfee at WrestleMania. You really don't tell me he loses to Pat McAfee and then the next year he's going to beat John Cena? I don't see it. I see Cena winning. Maybe Cena drops the title the next night on Raw. Also, Cena hasn't won in a while since, when he's come back a couple of times. He put people over here and there. They got to swerve people. They got to make people believe that Cena can still win a match. He hasn't won in a while, I don't think. So I think you swerve people here and you have John Cena go over. And I don't think this will hurt Austin Theory because he's already been kind of hurt from losing the Money in the Bank contract. So I don't think this is going to tarnish anything from Austin Theory at this point. So I think they're going to swerve people. I think Cena goes over here and wins this match. Next, we have the match that everyone is expecting to be the main event of night one. However, I don't think this should be the night one main event not because of the wrestlers, but because of the build of this storyline. Also, Charlotte Flair gets way too overbooked. Way too much. But anyways, so regardless of which match does main event night one, it will be a female match. I know a lot of people think it should be Sammy, but I think they're going to have the Sammy match in night two at the middle of the card. So I don't think that match will be the main event. And also, they have to have a female match be night one because last year they didn't do it. And completely understandable. I know a lot of people were pissed off about that. Some of the females were pissed about that. But last year at WrestleMania, you had to have Austin be the main event of night one. It was his first match back in 19 years, and he was a face of the company for the Attitude Era, and he's still cheered by everybody to this day. There was no way you could not have Stone Cold. Even though that match wasn't advertised as a match, everybody knew that was going to turn into an impromptu match against KO in the talk show or whatever. You knew that had to be the match. You knew you had to make an exception and have that be the main event. However, this year, with no Austin on the card, and it basically, you're not having a return person coming, you have to make one of the female matches the main event of night one. Because you can't have people think, we're going to do this every year. No, the only reason why they did it last year was because it was the first time Austin came back in 19 years, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is still regarded as one of the most popular wrestlers of all time in the company. So, of course, they were going to have that be night one's main event over a female match. But now you got to get back to business this year and show that, no, that was just a one-year occurrence. If they go back to one night, obviously it's going to be a rare occurrence again. But as long as they have this whole night one, night two bullshit, you have to try to have a female match be the main event of night one. Unless you have a special circumstance like they had last year with Austin returning. So this match probably will be the main event of night one, but I don't think it should be. And again, it's not because of Rhea Ripley, but it's because of the build. I think the women title matches, the women world title matches, both of them have been booked horribly. And the build has just not been very interesting or appealing. And that's why I mainly don't think this match should be the main event. That's just my take on it. I know some people might have other opinions on that, but that's just my take on it. But anyways, so Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley won. She won the Royal Rumble. She entered number one and won it all. And you'd think that would be kind of the story, but it really isn't. Now, surprisingly enough, Charlotte Flair is a babyface in this, which is really weird because I still see her as a damn heel. So that's another problem in itself. Anyways, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley versed each other a couple of years ago for the NXT title at WrestleMania, and it shocked everybody at the time that Charlotte did win and went over there. Something tells me I really, really think they should have Rhea Ripley win here. But I think they're going to shock everybody, and I think they're going to have Charlotte Flair win again. WWE, okay, WWE, and I know this is Triple H now that's mainly booking the stuff for the most part, but I know Vince McMahon. I know Vince McMahon is secretly involved in some of the stuff. I don't think he's head of creative secretly. I do not think Vince McMahon is head of creative secretly, but I do think he has some type of influence with Triple H. Like, I think there is some type of manipulation going on. Triple H is still booking the shows. He's still writing the shows. But I do think Vince McMahon is somewhat involved. Even if it's for one storyline or two storylines, he is involved in some manipulation where he'll see the script that Triple H writes and he says, okay, change this right here and keep everything else the same. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some type of situation like that. And I think he is going to manipulate the outcome of this match. I think Charlotte Flair will go over here because this is a typical this is a trap match to me. This is a trap match because I think everybody's going to say, "Oh my God, Rhea Ripley has to win because she lost to her a couple of years ago for the NXT title." And if we're playing by logic, yes, you're right. But the way this has been built, they really haven't focused on it as much. And that has really surprised me. And again, this is why this build has been lackluster. I think this is a classic trap match where they are going to fool people into thinking that Rhea Ripley is going to go over, but in reality, Charlotte will go over and retain the title. My prediction, shockingly, here is Charlotte Flair retains the SmackDown Women's title. So, yeah. I'm really curious to what people are going to say about this one, but that's my take on it, guys. We'll see what happens. All right, so now the match I think that should be the main event of night one is Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita. Lita and Becky Lynch are the tag team champions, the women's tag team champions, versus Bayley, Otis Sky, and Dakota Kai. All right, so here's my thing with this match, because obviously this match has been built more than any of the female matches so far. For going into night one, which is why I would put this match in there. But also, most importantly, I would make this the main event match for night one because of the star power going into this match. So, the star power is off the charts. You got Trish Stratus, Hall of Famer. You got Lita, Hall of Famer. You got Becky Lynch, really the main event female character, of the show outside of Bianca right now. I mean, she is probably one of the most popular females on the roster right now for when it comes to the main event female wrestlers, besides Bianca right now. But even then, I would still say Becky. Even though Becky lost to her, I still think Becky is more over than her, even though she put her over twice. And hopefully, eventually, Becky Lynch will get a win back on Bianca, But as of right now, Bianca is unstoppable right now. She has not lost, I don't even know. I can't even remember the last time Bianca lost, actually, to be honest with you. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. But point being is, okay, so with this match, I really don't understand the concept of this, but at the same time, the star power sells this match. But here's the thing. If you're going to, there are a couple things here. If you're going to bring Trish Stratus back and Lita back, why aren't you having one of these two Hall of Famers face Bianca rather than Asuka? Nothing against Asuka, and I'll touch that on my second video as well, but nothing against Asuka. But Trish Stratus, I mean, since they had Lita win the tag team title with Becky, why didn't they have Trish Stratus face Bianca for the women's title? Can you imagine how much more over Bianca could get if she could beat one of the all-time greats in Trish Stratus? I mean, nothing against Asuka, but Asuka is nowhere near the level of Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus and Lita, are the original, like, mega female, like, stars. If you want to talk about, like, the mega, stars. I mean, I know there was, technically you have the Fabulous Moolah. We're not going to get into that shit. But my point being is, in terms of the people on TV, that we seen, I mean, those were the females that we always talked about. Especially when I was younger, it was always Trish and Lita during the Ruthless Aggression era. Obviously, there was Chyna in the Attitude Era, and obviously she was awesome, but Chyna obviously most of the time fought men. It wasn't until the later end of her career in WWE where she started wrestling the females and being the women's champion. So, I mean, when you think of, those stars, I mean, those are really kind of the megas, the mega female stars. So, I don't understand why Trish wasn't put into the women's match against Bianca since she wasn't going to go up against Rhea Ripley, the Rumble winner. I don't understand that concept at all. And especially since, you had Becky and Lita win the women's tag team titles, right? But yet they're not defending those tag team titles at WrestleMania. So what was the point of them even winning the titles? Why not just have Lita and Becky face Dakota Kai and Sky and Io Sky for the tag team titles and have them win the titles at WrestleMania? Like, I just don't understand the booking decision here, like, on why they did it this way. Like, I just feel like this was all booked backwards. But again, you have 3 established main eventers, 2 legends, a future legend, all in one team. To me, that is going to be more over than Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, in my personal opinion. And because of that, I would put this match as the main event. This is the only female match that I legitimately feel should be the main event of night 1. Otherwise, if it was up to me, I would have this match the main event. And if not, I would have Sami Zayn's match be the main event of night 1. I can't see. Those are the only 2 matches that, to me, legitimately should be the main event. Is the Trish match or the Sami match for night 1. So this is why I'm putting this match at the main event. So we have a female main event. But again, it's probably not going to be that way. They're probably going to have Charlotte Flair's match be the main event because it's for the title. But this is how I think they should do it. My prediction, Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus will obviously win here. They are the champions. I am curious to what's going to happen after WrestleMania since, Lita and Becky Lynch are still the tag team champions. I am curious to where they go after this. If they're going to, because obviously they're just there to just be there for WrestleMania. So, but they're, Lita and Becky are still the tag team champions. So, obviously, they're going to have to go and continue a little bit further after WrestleMania. So, we'll be curious to see what they do afterwards. But to me, this was such a missed opportunity to have Trish Stratus put over Bianca and, kind of really make Bianca even a bigger star. I don't think her beating Asuka is going to elevate Bianca further. But Bianca beating Trish Stratus for the women's title would elevate Bianca much bigger, because she's beating a legend, someone who pioneered the female wrestlers during the Ruthless Aggression era. To me, I think that would have been a much better money match. So if you're going to have Trish Stratus come back, that should have been the one you did, in my opinion. I just think this was a complete missed opportunity, but that is my prediction. And that is the final match for night 1. That is the final match for night 1. So the final confirmed match for night 1, at least, or at least that's from what I'm reading at. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to comment, rate, hit that notification bell for all the latest content, and stay tuned for night 2 of my predictions, where we go over the rest of the card and my thoughts. So that is it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace!